All right, Edward. Sorry for the delay, brother. I was just finishing up on a few things, but here is that kind of walk around video for you of the car, just to show you the condition it's in. I know I already kind of did the walk around to begin with, but I'm just gonna do it again. I always like to start off with this walking around, just showing any imperfections that might be on the car, just like a trim piece. I like to be very upfront. Again, we're sending this out to you. I want you to see everything on the car. I want to be as open and honest because I don't want you to be surprised when you get the car. So that's the number one thing about me, is I want you to see, all the flaws. Now, it is a used car at the end of the day. Of course, it's going to come with some flaws, but I want to make sure that, you're okay with what it's coming with the condition it's in and all that. Not saying so it's in really good condition, but it's not perfect, obviously. Used car at the end of the day. So I'm going to show you everything. I don't want anything to be missed out on. I don't want there to be anything that you didn't see, and then once you get your upset, I want you to be able to see everything on the car. Like I said, only thing we'll ever find realistically are small dents or scratches, usually to the body cosmetically, because obviously it's a used vehicle, but it's never going to be anything major. Just this, which I have like I told you, I have a CLA myself. I will send you over a link on Amazon so you can actually get those stickers. They're literally stickers. They're very common to come off. It happens very often. So it's just something that you can get them. You could just literally rip off the remaining stickers and then just go ahead and replace it with like a new sticker on top. And that's usually what, some reupholstery guys do, stickers for Mercedes, and that's exactly what they do. So this obviously moves. It's moving right now. As you can see, the camera's kind of going up and down because I'm moving with it. Here's the heated seat on, which is nice. You have your memory seat, and you just press right there. Sorry, that's kind of a little difficult just because obviously it's... Oh, it might be frozen from the top. I think that one's frozen from the top. Okay, I'll go out over to that door, make sure everything's functioning right. Yeah, it's not snowing anymore, but it's still below freezing. I just might have like the little... Ooh, super cold. Sorry, let me redo it. It does have that keyless entry, as you can see too. Oh, this one actually does also come with 2 keys for you, so that's nice. There we go. As you can see. Okay, there we go. Just wanted to make sure you see that that's operational and everything. What else do I show? Usually, typically when we start in here, we go, of course, nav. You have your dynamic modes, all that stuff. I already kind of have the warm air on, but you can right here. Obviously, it puts the warm air on. Looks like it doesn't have the little card, which you can also get on Amazon when it doesn't have the card, but it has the capability of it, so that's good. You have your volume button right there. Really good audio system. You have it here as well. Then you have media, and then telephone, of course, so you can connect that. It does have Bluetooth audio and all that stuff. Then you have your modes, so that's going to be, of course, sport mode. You have your sport plus mode. You have your, and then that's also just my camera. I see that flickering. That's not the vehicle itself doesn't flicker or anything like that. You have your comfort mode. Then of course you have your eco mode. So we'll just be driving in comfort mode. Of course, this all operates as well. You can see I go back. You can see I press home. It gives me different things. I can go around here with that. So that's operating. I just want to make sure you see that everything's working. So we'll just go back to media. Then you have your home. You have your trip, your navy, your media, stuff like that. So you can change up. I like to do trip, and I like to do the speed limit, so I can see the speed limit. Just something I'm accustomed to, something I prefer to do as well. We'll go ahead and turn the lights on so we can kind of just go over all that already right now. The heated seat is getting warm. I always like to press that. There you go. That opens up here for the rear, which you also come with mats. Original Mercedes mats, all 4 of them, so that's really nice. Then you have spare space down here. And then I always like to check. No, there shouldn't be any extra spare space under there. Possibly battery right there, but I'll check the trunk. I'm going to show you the motor just like I did last time. But again, like I said, I like to change it up, or I like to redo everything, go through it, so that way you have one solid video of everything. Of course, you have your blind spot monitoring right there as well. So like I said, this one's a fully loaded one. I know I already showed you the engine. I was going to show you the lights. Let me put the hazard so you can see. Start off with the turn signal. There's a light. I push forward, it's high beam. This is the daytime running light. There's the turn signal. You can see all the lights are working. And then usually it'll tell you, if it's the light's not working, it'll tell you on the dash. So we'll go ahead and it's nice and toasty in here. We're gonna go ahead and just drive it now. Get a feel for it. Oh, duh, I was gonna show you the engine. So sorry about that. Oh, you see, that's the cool thing is that it shows you if something's open or something's wrong. It'll already notify you. Let's look at the motor one more time. I know we already looked at it before. So here we go again. See in there, parts look pretty, even the alternator looks new, really clean. Belt, not anything major shaking on the pulleys or anything like that. So all together good. And these are very common to break because of plastic. Luckily this one's all good, all set. So yeah, let's take it on a drive and see how it goes. Oh, of course, really important too, the shades, they do work. Sorry, I'm putting my seatbelt on, so I'm kind of going off a little to the side. Bam, front one, rear one, both work. Then we're gonna go ahead and open it. I think that's really cool. I like how they do double shades. And then opens up all good. No issues. Doesn't open all the way. It stops kind of midway, but it looks gnarly up top. Yeah, right here, boom. Comes down, and then if you kind of just want to have, air it out a little bit, you can just bam, up, and it's vented. All right, now let's go on that test drive. So putting it in drive. Feels solid. As you can see, we're going about 45 miles per hour. Oh, I think they already handled the brakes. The brakes feel real solid. Real solid. No shaking. No shaking. Real solid. It's getting up. Not throwing any power codes. Not throwing any check engine lights. We're going about 50 right now. 52. Just kind of getting up to speed, It's going straight, as you can see. Doesn't need any alignments or anything like that. I'm literally just cruising. 100% cruising. It's going straight, not an issue, not a problem. This thing is smooth. We're going about 60. I'm about to hit the brakes and get a little bit of a U-turn right here. Honestly, feels rock solid for sure. Let's get to the left. Oh, nice. Okay, you heard that beeping? I was just double checking because I don't know if it was functioning like other blind spot monitors where they're kind of like, they'll kind of blink even if you don't have your turn signal on. But this one, it's more of you turn your turn signal on and it just beeped right there and shone red to let me know that someone was in my blind spot. So blind spot monitor is working. So that's what that beeping was. I was just like, oh, because typically like right there, turn yellow on some vehicles. Even though you don't have your turn signal on, I guess this one's more precise. You have to have your turn signal on. It has to see that you're like trying to go over before I start beeping. But yep, that's working. I always like to check to make sure that's working. Let's make sure that this is working. Yep, that's adjusting. That's good. Not a problem. That's adjusting. That's good. And then fold mirrors. There we go. That's working. Yeah, everything's honestly a-okay. They clearly did the maintenance on the brakes. Feels freaking great. Feels good. And the driving feels good too. Honestly, feels real solid. Like I said, I drove this prior, and that's kind of why they ended up doing a little bit of brake maintenance, because I told them it felt like it had a little bit of shake. But other than that, I mean, I drove the car. Drove fantastic. I'm driving it again now. Drives even better. So yeah, real clean. No check engine lights. No major issues. Feels very solid. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in sport mode coming back, and just get a feel. I'm gonna kind of really step on it just to see, you know, that it handles, and not too crazy. Still gonna be your car. Don't want to go crazy on it, but definitely gonna step on it, get it up to a good speed. You know, maybe if you have to, you know, kind of get up to speed really fast in traffic, maybe go about 80, hit the brakes, like that stuff like that. Just make sure everything's good. And I always like to do this nice sharp U-turn for my customers as well. Because it kind of also mimics, you know, the test that they do when checking for the rack and pinion, you know, making sure everything's good on the steering side of things. This one's definitely on like the side where it's sturdy. Like it feels pretty tight, but it also, I put it in sport mode, so. Surprisingly, it doesn't make quite a bit of difference. Oh, it even says, yeah, steering in sport, yeah. Sorry, this light takes a long time. I feel like people probably think I'm crazy just talking to myself. When are we gonna go? Okay, I think we should be going. I've been here for a while. This heated seat is getting hot. Wow, okay, I guess we're not going. Okay, well, let's see, what else is there? Oh yeah, well, obviously you already know the rear camera works. I showed you all of that, stuff like that. This is in good condition too. A lot of this gets worn and torn, and this ends up not being able to open. Oh, we're good. We're gonna make that turn. Oh, it was a little tight from my end. And this thing is solid. It's already going. We're already getting up there. Speed. This thing is moving. So going about 66. Sorry, I like to get a little higher. No issues, no shaking in the steering wheel. As you can see, it's tight. This thing is handling fantastic. Suspension's another thing on these cars that they just wear out pretty fast. So this one feels solid. It's hitting bumps, but it doesn't feel like all heavy and stuff like that. Suspension feels nice. That's one thing that I definitely tell people to look out for, because I kind of have the same thing over time. I mean, I've had my CLA for 3 years, and so the suspension's pretty worn up. They have very soft suspension. As you can see, brakes, no problem, no screeching, no shaking. Yeah, this thing is like 100 times better when I first drove. They probably did it and got the maintenance done on it and everything, so it's all set. When I was driving it, checking it out, it was before we put it online. So this thing feels 100% solid, rock solid. You can see I'm not even full throttling it, I'm just half throttling it, and it is getting up to speed. It is driving great. Now this thing is solid. I'm hoping this kind of shows you the, you know, condition it's in, but man, this thing is solid. We're going straight. No shaking, feels good, gets up to speed. Oh yeah, this thing, look, in the brake, I'm gonna hammer it. ABS went there, went into effect there, so the ABS is working good. Man, yeah, it's solid. I'm gonna upload this on YouTube, send it over. Tell me what you think, Edward. If you have any questions, please let me know. And then we're home. I'll just go out and give you one more look at the outside again, show you that no check engine lights turned on from driving it. You saw the speed I was going, you saw that it was handling well, drove fantastic. And then one more look at hopefully what's going to become your new C300. All right.